I'm going to unbox and review this Wi-Fi 7 router by TP-Link. This is the Archer BE670 and it has pretty good specs. So I'm going to put it to the test by doing Wi-Fi speed tests on it using my following Wi-Fi 7 devices. And we're going to see how fast this thing can actually go. We got some info. We got a Cat 6A Ethernet cable. Comes with a 100 to 240 volt power supply that is 39.6 watts. Then we have the router. We have a lot of vents, as you guys can see. We got the LEDs right here on the side. We have 6 antennas and this is its movement. So it doesn't go more than that, doesn't go more than that, doesn't go more than that. And they're all pretty much very similar to each other in terms of the amount of movement. And the reason why I can do that is because this thing can also be wall mounted. So you could place it like this. We got a USB 3.0 on the side. We got the WPS button, LED Wi-Fi button, factory reset. We got the 10 gig WAN port, so this is where your internet would go, and the Ethernet would come out at 2.5 gigabits. And now we have 3 other gigabit ports. We got the power right here, and we got the power on and off. I got a chance to play with this thing, set it up as my main router, ran it for about 2 weeks or so. No issues, no drops. Got a chance to do all my speed tests, range tests. I have all those zippers right here. So let's start off with the internet speed test. Now, as you guys already know, when you're accessing the internet, you are limited by your internet speeds. For me, that would be 5 gigs up and down. Now this router has a 10 gig port, so it can support my full 5 gig speeds. However, when it comes out, so my internet goes in at 5 gigs, but when it comes out, it's actually being capped to 2.5 gigabit speed. So when I run an internet speed test on my computer, I'm actually getting just under 2.5 gigabit speeds. Now, the Wi-Fi device is a different story because typically Wi-Fi is not as fast as Ethernet. However, because at the source, because this is a 10 gig port, it can support up to 10 gig speeds. At the source, when my 5 gig internet comes in, it can actually support faster speeds than that. So on the download speed test, I actually get faster than that at 3.185. And then on the upload, not as fast at 1.182. Alright, next we get to local speed testing, and I do this to find the true performance of this router. So I make my computer into the server, and I go from Wi-Fi device to router to computer, and this isolates the router because I'm no longer relying on the internet service provider nor the public speed test server. However, because of this 2.5 gigabit limitation, I actually get just under 2.5 gigabit speeds for the download and the upload. Next we get into range. Now range will vary drastically by location. So essentially the more obstructions typically equals less range, the less obstructions typically equals more range. So if you have a lot of thick walls in between floors, all of this stuff can negatively impact your range. By the way, my range tests are based off my local speed test. So at 20 feet away, there is a drop, but not too much in the download section at 2.36. And the upload was more of a drop, but still going fairly fast at 2.188. And then at 50 feet away, this is when I'm actually outside my place and I got 1.8 down and 927 up. So the bigger drop was in the upload section. Download, obviously a drop, but still doing fairly well. And then at 100 feet, this is when I'm actually across the street and I get 625 down and 351 up. So basically a huge drop both in download and in upload, but still very usable speeds. And the router can actually go further. I just capped my testing to 100 feet. Now we jump into setup and configuration. For this, you can use the Tether app, or you can go to the browser interface for more advanced features at 192.168.0.1. So in the Tether app, this is pretty much the main screen. The dashboard tells you you're online, how many clients are connected, your traffic usage and reports. Security features, they do offer a 30-day free trial of Security Plus if you want more advanced features basically. And then for a family, you could set up parental controls if you want to do that. You could associate devices for each child, and then you could block out certain websites, you could do web filtering, and then you could even set bedtimes. However, you'll notice that weekdays and weekends and custom days are blocked, and you do need to upgrade to advanced parental controls, which does require a separate subscription. If you want to get more customization, also you get these with that advanced parental controls because you'll notice these locks. So in the included features, it's just the blocking websites, some filtering, and some bedtime. Okay. Then we get into more, and this is the main pretty much features. We got the 2.45 gigahertz network. We got the 6 gigahertz network, which is pretty much where I try to do all of my testing. And then you can also set up an MLO network, which I played with, but the 6 gigahertz is actually really, really fast. So I just stuck to that. I did make sure that the 320 megahertz channel width was enabled on the 6 gigahertz band. And then you could set up a guest network for the 2.45. You can also set it up for the 6 gigahertz, but for the guest, I just have the 6 gigahertz off. And then you can set up an Internet of Things network. So if you have some smart home devices that you just want to have them connect to a separate, let's say 2.4 gigahertz network, you could set it up that way if you want to do that. So I just have them connect to my main network, but that is an option. This router is Easy Mesh compatible, which means if you get another Easy Mesh compatible router, you can create a mesh network out of them. This is just running by itself though. Eco mode, network optimization, diagnostics, operation mode. This is where you can use it as a router or an access point mode, currently being used as a router. You could set up your VPN options here if you want to do that. And then advanced settings, there's just a couple things, and really it just tells you to go to the browser interface for more advanced features. So there are more features if you go there. LED control, you could pretty much set up, either have the LED enabled or off, or even set up a night mode, which basically turns it off after a certain time. And then we go to system, and I just want to show you guys that the firmware is up to date. So there it is. In summary, this is a very good router for up to 2.5 gigabit speeds. It can support faster speeds than that. However, the 2.5 gigabit port coming out of it is its biggest limitation. So up to 2.5 gigabit speeds, it is a solid router, has really good Wi-Fi speeds, really good Wi-Fi range, and it is Easy Mesh compatible, which means you can create a mesh network out of it in the future, or if you already have one, you can create a mesh network out of it. And it is ideal to use the main router as the best router, really the best router as the main router. So yeah, up to 2.5 gigabit speeds, solid router. There it is, guys. If you guys enjoyed this video, you guys know what to do. Thank you guys for watching. Catch you guys in the next one.